like button and hit that subscribe button. It means a lot to me. I appreciate the love for everyone tuning in, whether it's a like or dislike. Helps me with the algorithm, lets me know what I'm doing wrong. So I appreciate you guys. Now we'll hop right into it. Now, heel slip in comfort was good. It wasn't great. I did feel this right here rub just a little bit on my Achilles. I usually don't have an issue with that. After I played in it for about a half hour, I noticed it stopped rubbing as much. I just kind of wish they would have angled that back just a tad bit. I think that would have made it a little bit more comfortable. Now on the heel lockdown was amazing, excellent. I did not slip whatsoever in the sneaker. My heel did not move. It felt supported. You can almost feel, it doesn't feel like there's a heel counter in here, but you can see these few lines right here. That supported the heel very good. It feels like there is strands of plastic in each one of these lines around this heel. So that right there made for a great heel support. I had no issues with slippage in the heel. Now on the laces, laces were very nice. They're thin, they're very light, they're very minimal, but they look like they're gonna last long. They don't look like the kind of lace that will fray very easy whatsoever. Now they're yellow with little light blue hints in it. You'll probably see that better on the B-roll, but for the laces, I had no issues whatsoever with the lacing. Now, down onto the tongue. The tongue was probably one of my favorite parts of the sneaker. Super, super breathable, and I will try to get that in the B-roll for you guys. It's ported a ton. There's so many holes taken out of this tongue. If you guys can see that right through there, it is absolutely amazing. You can almost feel the wind. Like, it's very, very breathable. Also like to mention the tongue was padded. It felt very nice. It felt very comfortable when it wrapped around my foot. I was surprised by the materials. It kind of looked cheap to me, but I think this material will really hold up very well. There's just so much woven parts going on in this material. I'm not really sure what the material is called, but I can tell you right now, I think I like it a little bit than the Curry 8, but the Curry 8 material was very comfortable. This just seems more breathable. No issues with overheating in this sneaker whatsoever. You can see the hints. There's different colors throughout all the stitching and the cross weaving inside the sneaker. It is absolutely amazing. I like the material. Not a big fan of the colorway, but I love the material on the shoe, and they kind of use a thicker suede material back here on the back half. I'm not sure if they're gonna do that with every single pair, but I know that they did that with this Big Bird pair. Now down onto lockdown and stability. Right, lockdown was there, stability was also there. I felt very stable, even though there's not many stabilizer things in this sneaker. I didn't feel any side-to-side wiggle, side-to-side movement when I put this sneaker on. It does have a wider base. You can kind of see that from both sides of the sneaker. So I thought I might shift around a little bit in the sneaker, but I did not have no issues with that. So the support and lockdown was there. Like I said, the heel lockdown was amazing, and that goes for the rest of the shoe. I felt very locked down in this sneaker with no issues whatsoever. So onto the comfort. The comfort's decent. It's just like the Curry 8. If you played in the Curry 8 or if you tried the Curry 8 on, it's about the same. It's not nothing to complain about, but it's not nothing to write home about. I mean, if they could make this flow maybe just a tad softer, I think that would, like, this sneaker would be a definitely goated sneaker of all time. Not just traction, I mean comfort. You don't feel much compression when it comes to this flow. You can squeeze it, you can step on it and mush it down a little bit, but you don't feel it much when you're running. It kind of feels like you're just kind of, you have a sock on. It feels like an extension of your foot, which I like. It's one of the most responsive shoes that I think anybody can get. You can't really complain about that. You hit the ground running, you take off, you go. There's no latency, no lag in the responsiveness of the Flow Under Armour technology. I think it's nice. It's not React, it's not Boost, it's Flow, but I wish Flow would just be a tad bit softer. Now on the running shoes from Under Armour, the Flow might be a little bit softer. I was gonna try to get the Curry Flow Go, I think it was called or something, his running shoe, and kind of test that out for basketball too, but I'm not sure if I'm still gonna do that. If I do, I will put that on the channel for sure for you guys. Down on to what everybody already is thinking when it comes to the Flow technology is the traction. And yes, traction, goated. It's just what it is. Sometimes it almost hurts to stop that hard. I was doing back and forth, and it's just one of the best tractions there is. I mean, and if you're on a clean court, better run some games in these and get used to playing in this Flow technology. I mean, it's that good. It is silent. I was running up and down the court in this shoe. When you run with this shoe, it's like silent. It feels weird because when you're, like I was just running in the Westbrooks, then I switched over to the Currys, and I was like, whoa, you can tell it was a big difference on just the court sound. And this flow technology, I think it's definitely something Under Armour nailed. I think they did awesome. I'm glad they kind of brought down the coloring on most of the shoes, most of the nines. I wish they would do the flow in a different color. Now, I'm sure something in the foam doesn't allow them to do that, but hopefully in the future we can see flow maybe different color than white or spray painted. Maybe we can get a black, so yellow, red, orange, something. Just blue, something that is different from just all white bottom shoes. Under Armour's got to switch it up soon, or people will eventually get bored with the flow technology. And honestly, I'm kind of there with the flow. I'd like it to, even if you just change the color. Just change the color, maybe change up the pattern a little bit, but I understand this is probably scientifically proven to stop faster. I'm sure this is like rendered 4D, 3D rendered. I don't know how they do it, but I'm sure it's 3D printed and then they go from there. So now down on the aesthetics, I do not like any of these Sesame Street colors. I mean, the Elmo one was decent, Cookie Monster one was decent. I'm just not a fan of them. Would have liked to see this come out later. I would have liked to see some original colors designed by Curry come out first, maybe a Warriors color, any other color besides the one that they released, jet black, anything besides the Sesame Streets, I think would look better. Aesthetically, I actually like the look of the sneaker, just not in these Sesame Street colorways. If it was for my kids, yeah, I would be hyped to get them a pair of these, but it's not. I'm getting old. Yeah, I grew up on Sesame Street. And I think Under Armour and Curry were kind of doing donations or something to do with it. So I respect that, and I think that's dope. But like I said, I would have released this colorway and these Sesame Street colorways later in the release party for all these sneakers. Maybe released them as a pack at the same time so everybody wasn't scrambling to get them. So yes, guys, I recommend this sneaker to anyone that plays the guard position, shooting guard position, even small forward position. If you have a fast twitch to your game, the sneaker will be great for you. If you do a lot of movements, a lot of side-to-side, lateral movements, this sneaker is the sneaker for you. If you don't like the colorways, wait, they got a couple more coming out, I think, this month. So if you guys can, just kind of wait it off and then go ahead and grab them. I think there's like a gray and purplish pair coming out soon. And I imagine there's going to be a tons of colors to follow for the Curry 9 lineup. So guys, go out and get you a pair of Curry 9s, and we'll catch you on the next episode of Sold Out. Peace.